What do you think is
hmm
the best way to start a career as an electronic music producer, or not only electronic music producer, but just as a producer in general? Do you have a formal education? Did you learn everything yourself? What do you think is the most important point to start a career in this domain?
Yes, I think the best way is to start as fast as you can to work with professional people who have a great room, great speakers, and years of experience. Otherwise, you start running in circles. And if you do, or if you want to do everything on your own, you will be stuck at one point. And yeah, this is a problem. So yeah, as fast as you can start investing to work with professional people.
All right, that's a very interesting takeaway. I see that you have a very nice studio around. Until when did you start building your own studio? When did you start investing in your own gear and preferring having gear at home rather than going to other studios?
Mhm. Well, when I started investing, that's a good question. Uh, yeah, of course, I think it was like of day one there.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, I started to work with Logitech speakers
Yes,
and
yeah.
with the subwoofer, which is typically not are not recommended for audio
Making
production
music, yes.
way.
Prefer desktop use.
And so, and then there was like, I don't know, like in the first month, I started with music production and I already felt, okay, this is the way I want to go. I started to, buy my first reloop speakers and I got a really nice table at this point. And then it was like, yeah, of course, investing in plugins, something like
Mm-hmm.
this, many, many years. And yeah, I built it, this studio, it's maybe 2 years
2 years,
ago now.
okay.
Yeah, but of course I always upgrade something. Like my new
Yeah,
I got now I got the key free. Before that I worked with Newman KH 128.
these are
So
great.
yeah, I think it's a process. So this is
It
my
is a
story
process.
now. I don't know, maybe in 2 or 3 years, there will be a complete, there will be a completely new other level. So yes, I think it's a process, and there is every person a little bit different. Okay, so what do you want to invest in your studio, and yeah, is it really bringing you forward? I think this is a really important question if you thinking about to invest in your gear. Yes.
That's a very good takeaway. Yeah, knowing exactly what you need and spending in everything that you need and not having just things for having them. You're very right. And investing in what you're gonna fully use and
Mm.
not what you just want to have. That's very, very important to
Yes.
like.
And then we are again at this point, it's so important to work with professionals,
Mhm.
because if you are doing everything on your own, you don't know what do you really need, and you are losing a lot of money because you are investing in the wrong stuff.
That is true. That's a very interesting point. Thank you so much for that. Um, So you're talking about collaborators a lot that you want to work with professionals like from the very beginning. Uh, when you were starting out, how did you build your credibility and gain the trust of your labels and collaborators or clients? Like, how did you achieve your first paid
Mm,
role as a producer? What was the discussion like? How did you find your first client?
okay. Yeah, that's a really, really good question. And of course, first of all, you have to position yourself in the market. So you really have to think about what do you want to do? Do you want to be an artist? Do you want to be a ghost producer? Do you want to be like a sound engineer? And yeah, when you know what you want to do in the future, um, you start thinking about, okay, who's my client and where I can find these clients. And a really, really good starting point for the search is Facebook. You're just going in Facebook groups and yeah, you're writing something like, "Hey, I want to start my myself employation as a sound engineer, and I'm searching for the first test clients. I will do it completely for free, or maybe you just charge a small amount of money. And yeah, that this is the best point because there are always people who thinks, okay, nice, there's something for free. Yeah, I will work with them. And important is that after that, you get a review from a test client. You did a
Okay.
great job, so then you ask them, hey, can you give me a review? Um, Best reviews are if they send you something like a video, or yeah, you also do an interview with them. Yes, this is the best point to build trust in every industry in the world. Yes.
That is very good. Thank you. I think as you said, the feedback, the review is also a very important point, both for yourself and for your client. It shows to your client that you really care about what they think and about what they thought working with you. And it also helps you become better because it gives you feedback about what you did that was good and what you could have done better, right?
Yes, yes. And yeah, there, maybe there we are on another point, which is really interesting. If you are working with the test clients, maybe the first three, four, five, you feel like, okay, I'm not um, that perfect that I want to be. So I'm searching another three, four, five clients until you are getting on this point where you feel really confident with your work, and then you can charge, yeah, the
Start
money.
charging a bit more, yeah. Once
Yeah,
you're confident in your abilities. Yeah, fair enough.
exactly,
That's a
exactly.
very good point. Thank you very much. Um, Another question, with the music landscape that is evolving constantly through the change of technology, new plugins, how do you stay ahead and keep your sound relevant and keep being a producer that is still within this area? I don't know if you understand the question, but
Mm.
how do you?
To keep my sound relevant, I'm not sure because I'm more on the technical side, and yeah, for me, I'm just analyzing new professional productions. But of course, on the technical side, there are not really changing things today.
Mhm.
Um, so I think what is more changing is more on the creative side, like with AI and other great artists who create, yeah, new sounds, which, yeah, like they bring it to a genre, and there is a point where everyone is copying this artist and yeah, bring it more in this genre. I don't know. I hope you understand it,
I
but
really
I,
understand. Yeah, yeah. One
yeah,
of the example might have been Afro House, which has gained really a lot of popularity recently with kind of music. Uh, not a lot of not a lot of people were listening to Afro House before that, and they really pushed it mainstream with their new sounds, with their new attitude. So yeah,
yeah.
it was about the
For example,
trend.
yeah, I also got this in techno. Nowadays, it's really
Yeah,
common to use like this rolling lead sound. I don't know. I
yeah.
got it in my head. Maybe you know, but it's like this with if you yeah put the rate up and with the cutoff and it's like rolling. It's typical for many techno productions. So yeah, I think this is the point. The changes in nowadays are more going in the creative side, but not really in the technical side.
Okay.
My opinion. Yes.
That's very interesting. It's good that you talk about AI and the change in creativity because that was one of my questions that we have to talk about is do you fear as a producer that AI might I'm gonna say take your job one day because that is really the question, but now it's not the problem because for what an actual trained audio producer can do, an AI cannot do it yet. But maybe in a couple of years, an AI could really assist a lot with production techniques,
Mm.
mixing and mastering. So do you fear like there's some at least aspects of your job that might be more handled by AI in the future?
Yeah, this is a really good question, um, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Cause yeah, like a great mix and a great mastering, it's so complex. I don't know how you can train in an AI to do this job for you. And no, I don't think so. But of course, it will assist it already assists me.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm working on a mix, yeah, I'm like, okay, I got this crash sound in a specific genre, and I'm not sure, okay, which style of a reverb I put on it. And then I go to ChatGPT and just ask ChatGPT, okay, I got this genre, I'm working on this genre, and I have this crash sound. Maybe these are also some other elements in the song. Do you have like a style of a reverb I can use it for? And then ChatGPT will give you some examples, and it works really, really good. So yeah, everyone who is mixing his own music, or yeah, or also is working on the creative side, you really should using AI as yeah now because it's just a big time saver and give you,
Yes.
and it also gives you new creative ways in
Yeah,
this.
it gives you almost like a second brain to think, to have
Yes.
ideas that you wouldn't have. And as you say, yeah, it saves you time a lot. It helps you go quickly over things that would take you normally longer. It helps you analyze in quicker ways.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yes.
Thank you, very good answer.
Mhm.
Um, what do you think is the hardest phase of a music producer's career? Was it breaking in and starting getting your new clients? Was it staying relevant in the industry and keep gaining clients? Do you think it's marketing yourself? What was the one hardship you've had in your career?
Yeah, definitely breaking in because I mean, of course, it depends. Where do you want to go to? Also, so what is your position? But for me, yeah, with all like this technical stuff, there it starts. You have to invest a lot. You have to learn all this knowledge about audio engineering and music production, and this is a yeah, it's like a giant space, and yeah, you have to invest a lot of time and a lot of money
Hmm.
to be good in it. This is the first point. But at this point, you are not able to earn money because you don't know nothing, or you know nothing about marketing and sales. And so this is a next big area you have to learn as fast as you can. So how do you market yourself? Where do you find customers? If you yeah have yeah like people who's interested in your offer, how do you close him? How do you bring him to work with you at the end? And yeah, you have to learn it. Otherwise, you are not able to run a studio or your business. So th this is so important. And yeah, this I think breaking in is the hardest phase
All right.
to get yeah in the music producer's career.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Um, What are some common mistakes that producers make when they're trying to stand out in the industry? Do you think you've done a certain mistake, or do you know of some case of people who try to go way too much into one domain or into one focus and then not
Mhm.
failed, but made a mistake along the way that really cost them time or money?
Mhm.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you have anything like that, but it could be interesting.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, how I said, first mistake, definitely not working with professionals,
Mm.
how we already talked about, but also focusing on details nobody is interested in. So if you are thinking 3 hours to layer your kick, and yeah, maybe the result also is really, really bad. I see it so often when I work with customers. They really yeah try to layer kicks cause they learned it from a YouTube tutorial, but yeah do it completely wrong,
Yeah.
and then they got a really bad element. The most important element is then really, really bad, and on this bad element they build everything else. So yeah, it just yeah costs you a lot of time and also great results at the end.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, key
Mhm.
clearing is very complex. I started learning that a couple of weeks ago, and there's a lot to it. Um, So I found you through Instagram. You were as an advert on Instagram. This is how I found you, and I ended up sending you a DM. How important is personal branding for a music producer? You think is it a main aspect of your job, like marketing yourself and branding yourself on social media, to find new customers, to
Mhm.
find opportunities? Do you think now marketing is really a key factor in music production?
Uh, yeah. Okay. So for me, yes, absolutely. But of course, we all always have to um, differentiate between artists and yeah, people who are working with the audio sources of artists.
Yes.
And yeah, so I would say for every sound engineer, they have to think about how they market themselves. But I also would differentiate between personal branding and marketing. For me,
Hmm.
branding is more like, okay, so I think about a great logo at the beginning and all this stuff, but it's not really necessary.
Okay.
So
So
you
it's
you
more
can do
about
it later when you yeah when you're already in it when you earn your first money. But yeah, marketing is the most important aspect, I would say. Yes.
okay. So yeah, marketing first to kind of get your foot in the door, and once you already have kind of a persona, you can then focus on branding around that. Very interesting.
Correctly. Yes. Yes.
Mm, how do you balance the artistic side of music with the business side? I would guess that you have some sort of a passion for music and that it's an important part of your life. I know a lot of people who do not want to become producers because they are passionate in music. Do you feel like working in music all the time might be redundant sometimes?
Mm, okay, so for me
Okay.
not, but yeah, of course, yeah, yeah, I think it's an interesting question. How do I balance the artistic side with the business side? So of course, for me, it's always business first. I have to yeah, build really great results for my customers. Um, yeah, but then yeah, there of course there are sometimes points where I want to also get back in this creative point, and for me it's sometimes at the weekend in the night, and then I'm
Hmm.
working on my own projects. But yeah, for me it's always business first.
All right. Thank you. Um, how do you deal with projects that don't work out as expected? I mean that in terms of have ever had a project that you worked on with a client that you did not really get along with? You didn't have the same ideas. They wanted something either not really possible or completely different from what you had envisioned. How do you balance sometimes not problems but issues
Um,
within clients?
yes. So I think generally that's life. It's yeah, it's not only in the music industry, also in other jobs. If you think you are a salesman and you call, for example, 100 people a day, and there are only five people who want to work with you at the end, or who are interested in your
Mhm.
offer. So if you have the mindset, oh, okay, I called now 20 people and 20 people told me, never call me again, fuck you, then yeah, you got the wrong mindset. Of course,
Mhm.
even as an audio engineer, you will have customers who are, yeah, yeah, maybe who are not, who don't like your result. That's one point. Or, yeah, which just of a personal side. Maybe at the beginning when you start working, it was okay, but sometimes you work a little bit and then you feel like, okay, like I from the person side, you're not good to work together. I think that's life, and yeah, it's not only in the music industry.
Okay. Yeah, it's true. It's in every domain that issues between people happen. So you're right. So you're
Mhm.
right. What do you think are some really important skills to have or to develop as a music producer? Like, what are the top five skills that you're using every day that helped you become a good music producer?
Okay, yeah, so first you have to think about the analytical point. So you must be really, really good in analyzing professional tracks,
Hmm.
professional mixdowns to your own mixdown. I think this is, yeah, the most important point if you are mix and mastering your own songs. Um, so yeah, top five. Otherwise, the musician, yeah, of course, we you have to be also a musician. I see it a lot that yeah, typically in techno productions that they are really, really, really long. And if I listen to it, I don't know, after 1 minute, 2 minutes, there there's nothing happened. And
Hmm.
what I see that people are just focusing on their 8 bar loop, try to mix it, try to yeah make like something like creative stuff, but they don't see the whole song. They don't see the whole arrangement, and that's why maybe they got great sounds, but the arrangement just sucks and it's so boring. And that's yeah, for example, a typical point in techno productions. So yes, you have to an important skill is to see the whole thing, not only the yes small creative side in a 8 bar loop.
Hmm.
Um, Other points. Can you repeat the question, please?
The question was five skills that are most helpful to you as a music producer. It's like five skills you developed that are necessary to be good in this domain.
Hmm. Yeah, then also of course like sound design always
Mhm.
important even for me, but because yeah if I have an arrangement and the like the transition from I don't know from the chorus to the bridge is not yeah worked out really well from the artist, I also have to think about okay what can I do maybe to yeah to design the drums with a reverb or something like this. So also there I have to think about the sound design. Um, Other skills, yeah, two other skills. Hmm.
Those threes are fine. You gave me a very good explanation on all of them. So
Yeah, yeah.
these threes are good. So thank you very much for
Yeah,
that.
thank you. Thank you.
Another question, what does a normal day in the studio as a music producer look like for you? What is can you talk me through a day in the job with you?
Okay, I think it depends a little bit. Of course, I got my coaching students, and this is like, yeah, we are sitting here now. So we are meeting in a Zoom meeting. Some customers also come here in my studio, and yeah, like I said, I'm normally focusing on the technical point. So the artist brings the source of audio material here in the studio, and then we are working on it. And yeah, I'm try to give them an idea what they should focus on. And there are many points. Yeah, like the widening of a track, sometimes the balance of the instruments. Of course, if these are artists which are standing really at the beginning of their career or yeah or just started to make music, sometimes how I said the arrangement is not really good, and I try to give them an idea that the song could be better if we for example shorten the arrangement. So yes, these are the points we are working on, but also yeah sometimes it's like I just mix and master the projects of my customers. And yeah, then there is mostly the point when we worked on a track and only on the production. And sometimes there are customers who don't really want to learn how to mix a track in depth, and then they say, yeah, just mix it and master it and send it to me.
Okay. So it really is diverse. It really depends on who you're working with and what their expectations are. There's not
Yes,
a
yes.
typical layer. All right.
Mm, yeah.
Thank you very much. Um, I'm just looking if we have other questions to go over.
Hmm.
Um, I have another one that could be interesting. How do you maintain long-term industry relationships with your clients? What I mean by that is, do you have a client that you've known for multiple years that always comes back to you? Or is it more clients come once or twice for whatever project they need and then they do not come back for because they don't need to? Do you have like clients you've had for many years that you still work with?
Hmm. Uh, Interesting question. Yes, it completely depends. Of course, I got this customers, yeah, who just learn the technical side from me, and then yeah, they they leave yeah, my coaching program. Other customers I got for 1 year,
Mhm.
then yeah. I also have the customers who are leaving, but we are still in contact. Sometimes they say, okay, Kai, I got built a new track, and I just want you to mix it again for me. Yeah, it completely depends on the customer.
All right, really
But
matters on the end.
mostly we are still in contact, and I always offer that if there is anything they can write me, because I got it really often. They are writing me, hey Kai, in one session you told me how to set up a limiter, for example. Can you repeat it once again for me? And for me it's then no problem. Or
Yeah.
how do you create a special sound, like for example a white noise riser in Ableton? This was I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago. Old customer wrote me this question, and yeah, these are the points where I'm still in contact with my customers, of course.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. That's really, really nice. I've gotten a lot of very interesting points with you. Thank you very much again for giving me the time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Um,
no problem. Thank you for asking.
I think I'm reviewing the questions, and I think we pretty much went over all of them. We've talked about everything that I needed to talk. So,
Hmm.
is there anything else that you might want to add for all the beginner music producers watching us? Is there uh, a certain quote or a certain advice, anything you would like to say to them?
Yes, again, work as fast as you can with professionals. I cannot repeat it a lot because it's so important. And I would say this was also my biggest mistake. That
Okay.
I always thought, okay, I will learn it on my own. I will make it. I will watch endless YouTube tutorials. I will buy every course. And that's the wrong way, because you don't hear your own mistakes cause of your room treatment, cause of your speakers, and there are so many points you will not hear. And yeah, if you really want to create high quality music, it's so important to work with professionals.
To have access.
Also, because of the context. If you yeah, that there are, of course, if you are working with a sound engineer and they are connected in the industry, and maybe you are lucky and they will help you to bring you to a label, something like this. So yeah, it's important to work with professionals, and yeah, this is
So
my
yeah,
advice to you.
thank you very much. That's been a very helpful interview. Really, really insightful. I really appreciate. I will of course link all your socials. I will text you a bit more about anything that I need to link. But thank you very much for your time and your responses. Really appreciate it. And is there anything else you would like to add before we finish?
uh no, not yet. I think
Okay.
I thought
Okay.
we talked to every point. Thank you.
All right. But thank you so much and have a good day. I will keep texting you on Instagram if I have any other questions and for all the mentions and stuff. So thank you very much and have a good day.
Yeah, you too, Luca. Thank you.
Thank you, Kai. Goodbye.
Goodbye.